If you look, it's my pleasure now to hand you over to Professor Diane Gibson. Over to you, Professor.
Thank you, Graham. And thank you all for being here to listen to us today. And I'm delighted to be here with my exceptionally talented colleagues. We do have an invisible colleague with us today. It's a little bit like an invisible friend. And her name is Dr. Dimity Crisp. And Dimity prepared the material on emotional and cognitive well-being, but she couldn't be here today because she's with one of her PhD students. So I'll be presenting her material. But first, let's start our whistle-stop tour. And Nanad is going to manage the slides for me. So if I'm talking about something that's not up there, I'm expecting someone to tell me. I'm not going to turn around and look. I'm going to trust. So our whistle-stop tour starts with what makes a happy and healthy centenarian, before moving on to Kelly, who will tell you about the research evidence relating to exercise and ageing, Nanad, who will tell you all about nutritional science until your eyeballs start to bleed, and then I'll present Dimity's material on cognitive and emotional well-being, followed by my favourite fun section, tips from the top, what we can learn from elite sport. So let me begin with the 9 principles of the blue zones. Now, I don't know if any of you have read about the blue zones. You may well have done. It's fascinating research on specific small geographic areas of the world where there are very high proportions of centenarians and indeed healthy centenarians. There are 5 of these verified blue zones, including the island of Sardinia, the island of Okinawa, and the Greek island of Ikaria. Now, these communities tend to be geographically and historically isolated, and they're communities where people live a traditional lifestyle. High levels of physical activity at older ages, low levels of stress, strong community and social support, and the consumption of locally produced food. It's a food comment, Nanette, so he'll tell you about that soon. Now, their remarkably good health is associated by researchers with the combination of that traditional lifestyle with access to modern health care, and they are a very interesting group. The 9 principles that we've learnt from those blue zones are up on the screen there. Moderate, regular physical activity, purpose in life, low stress, a moderate calorie intake associated with a plant-based diet, moderate alcohol, especially wine, and engagement in family life, in spirituality or religion, and in social life. Now, those are derived from natural communities, but they are being applied in communities around the world, if you like, in an artificial sense. And I've put up on the screen a link to a YouTube video by the delightful Belgian demographer Michiel Poulain, who's just wonderfully entertaining, and he will tell you more about the blue zones if you care to follow that link sometime.